Alright folks, rumors and miscellaneous stuff galore. So I have a bunch of news that are too small by themselves, but compile them into one video makes it easier for me. But let's get started. WOT Express states that at the end of the year, WOT EU as well as WOT North America will merge client. So basically you could choose to play on EU from North America client instead of choosing from the main tab or downloading a different client. So I downloaded World of Tanks 3 times, one for the common test, one for Asia server, one for North America server. So instead of going back to this page and choosing the different client, you can do so in the game. So basically go to your game, go to pause menu, and you could choose the server. So it's not the same as merging the server from North America into EU, where you're forcing North America servers or players to play on garbage ping into the EU server. So the servers are still separate, but you get the option of playing on the different servers, I guess. At least I think that's what they mean. I don't know. So, okay, I mean, they're merging the media servers or the media outlets like YouTube and Facebook or other crap, but might as well merge the forums and remove my hentai forum posts and my bans on my forum posts. Alright, Tiger 2 from last week. It's basically the same as the Capture Tiger 2 for the American, but for the German, trading some DPM and accuracy for better aim time. We already covered this, but you guys mentioned that the track link on the turret is actually more reminiscent of Girls on Panzer's Tiger 2 placement. So hinting a collaboration with Girls on Panzer for the 11th anniversary, technically. It's the 4th 𝗪𝗪 movie coming out in October, but BT-42 makes an appearance, might be with this vehicle as well, so I've gone a little bit further than the actual tracks links. So I took a look, and the placement of the track links makes sense, but the shovel also makes sense, as well as the tow hooks, the cannon cable cleaner or rod cleaners for the cannon placement. It's right, left, middle, right, left, middle. So makes somewhat of a difference, I guess. I mean, it is small detail. For the starboard side, it is left, right, middle. Left, right, middle-ish. So placement of the rods for cleaning the gun barrel is interesting. So very much hinting at Girls on Panzer tribute or collaboration, but no antenna for the back. And I am a stickler for things, so I took an even closer look. This little indicator light right here is not red according to the anime, so it is red right here. I mean, okay, small details, very small, but also the shears on the back is red, whereas on the actual anime it's brown. So alright, small stuff, that doesn't matter much. So basically we could see a collaboration with both the BT-42 as well as this Tiger 2, but with the BT-42 we already see the flushed out crew members. You already know Mika and the rest of the crew, so character development is already there. Whereas for the Tiger 2, Erika is only by herself most of the time. You don't see the driver, you don't see the radio operator, the gunner, or the loader most of the time. So how the hell are we going to get the full crew member without knowing them, mostly? So it's the same with the Panzer 4. You already know the main characters, you already have the crew for it. That makes sense. Also, now we have a trifecta of light tank, medium tank, and heavy tank. For Germans, for some reason, not Japanese, but for Germans, with all anime. Yay! Alright, enough weep crap. Alright, VK3601H with the Konisch gun, rumored to be this year's well-deserved reward. Alright, it's not a medium tank. Originally, it was a medium before the Tiger 1. They changed it to a heavy, slow down the engine power, so it's not as fast, but it has the Konisch without the high explosive round, supposedly. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, without the high explosive round, it is the Konisch. They call it the waffle something in the game, but it is the Konisch gun. So the stats is practically the same as the actual VK3601H at tier 6. So nothing really that much different. Oh, not the 88mm. Switch to the Konisch. They call it the Waffle 0725. It's the Konisch gun without the high explosive round. Without the high explosive round. Yep. Stats wise, practically the same stats as the rumored well-deserved reward. 2012 DPM. 2012 DPM accuracy is the same, aim time the same, gun depression, traverse, penetration, armor, all the same. Horsepower per ton ratio, camo, view range, all the same. Alright, so nothing's really that much different. We got the 𝗂𝗶𝘁𝗀, which is dramatically different than the 𝗂𝗶𝘁𝗀s originally. So, I mean, it is an auto reloader compared to a D25T 122, but it's not the same vehicle, right? This is the same vehicle. Give us back the FE304 that was actually small, or the original AMX ELC. They're not going to. They give us this thing. Alright. Fine, I guess. It's going to collect dust, I guess, like with the Super Chafee or Super Hellcat, for that matter. It's not a premium. It's not a premium. It's a special tank. So, whatever. Whatever. Alright, also about Mjolnir 13. So we saw the bosses, the mini bosses, compared to the original Leviathan, or whatever the hell to call it, the monstrosity. We have the TITT with the double barrel that has been enlarged to the same size as a M103 with double barrel, up and down double barrel mounting. But this vehicle is rumored to be the reward vehicle for finishing Mjolnir 13 in October. So you already saw the TITT. It wasn't on the super test, but it made it to the actual game client without showing the stats. So I already covered this vehicle with a hidden vehicles video way back when, but it is a TITT. So they nerfed the DPM of the 85mm from 3,900 to 2,400 now. So a lot more reasonable, I guess. But it has 205 for the turret armor and 120 for the hull front. So it's practically a T-34 mixed with a BTSV-esque of an armor package, like space armor on the sides. It is a premium. It is a tier 8 premium compared to the captured Tiger II that we got like 2 years ago. But this thing has space armor. Shielding, 65mm, 45mm, a little bit below. But you also have the tracks. And the tires are, or the mine clearing wheel thing is also a space armor package. So you could throw a few shots with this thing, but the upper plate is 120 to about a little bit like a heavy tank effectively, like the VK4501 A-P. So the tier 8 version is about the same armor on the hull, about 200mm, but driver hatch still kind of garbage, only 50. Turret front, troll-ish. So you do have a mohawk for the gun depression, similar to the Rhinoceronte, but that might be the weak spot. And then again, shooting the hull armor flat will be the weak spot. So you control a few shots while side scraping. That's always fun, but I mean, this vehicle has been nerfed. Originally it was 3,900 DPM, so rapid firing 85mm. I mean, oh, oof. Gold shell is not impressive, so might have to resort to all gold shell. High explosive is high explosive, but rapid firing 85. Horsepower per ton ratio is fat medium tank-ish. Top speed is fat medium tank. Camo is not half bad. View range is average. Alright, well, we already just recovered the TITT again, or recap the TITT, but we'll see what the actual stats will be like. So this vehicle is rumored for Mjolnir 13, as well as a skin for the Centurion AX, the Lynx, and the Bofors Tornvagn, or Tornvagn, but why those two? Why the Lynx? Why the Tornvagn? I have no idea. They're not really that popular. I mean, give one for the BZ-176, then we'll talk. I doubt it, but alright. Moving on. So the rest of this video will be about the Russian server. If you want to tune in, if you don't want to, it's fine. I mean, it's the Russian server. They do crazy stuff. They have a skin, and the battle pass for the skins are different. Or skins for the battle pass are different. But WZ-132 at tier 10 has a different skin compared to the Myrni 13 stuff. So more cosmonauts base style, as well as the K91. Ooh, rocket pods. Now they do have an animation, which is pretty nice, but okay, I mean, it is out there. And finally, the Bat.chat. Bat.chat has like 3 or 4 skins now, but alright. They also do have the animation, which is quite neat for the effort put in. So the little solar panels turn on the WZ-132. And the K91 has rocket boosters and rotating vents, which is pretty neat. So I would love to see more animation with the skins, but they're classified as legendary skin, costing like what, $20 or $30, which is insane if you count the cost. And finally, for the Bat.chat, a little bit whirly, hypnotizing thingy-majig, as well as the low light bulbs, or whatever the hell this thing is. So, alright, Russian servers do Russian server stuff. And they buffed the K91-2 with a larger gun from the 100mm. So 122, it is still a premium AMX spawns, premium tier 9, but larger gun. So DPM is not that much different from the 100mm, except you have more alpha, obviously, and slightly better penetration too. All the horsepower per turn ratio and top speed is about the same. Same goes with the camo, other than firing after you or firing and then camo after firing. But crew of 4 all seems about the same. So only the gun has changed. It's still a premium. Alright. Here's the main comparison between the K91-2 and the K91-122. It's a little bit better penetration. Shell velocity might drop, but that's comparing with the actual K91 at tier 10. Depends. So less rate of fire, obviously, but DPM is about the same. Close enough. Accuracy is better, surprisingly, but longer aim time. As expected. Same gun depression, traverse, health, armor, horsepower per turn ratio is the same, top speed is the same. Camo after firing is obviously a little bit worse, but not that much different. A little bit more view range, surprisingly. So I think a bigger gun for this vehicle, if it were to come to the actual live server or North America server or any other servers, is better than a constant smaller alpha faster shell velocity gun. Mostly because you're exposing yourself after you fire, and that basically negates your potential as a sniper. So with a bigger alpha, you don't have to expose yourself as much. You punch a little bit harder, right? Compared to the 300 alpha, which is not that great. So that's why people play the Leopard 1 compared to the K91, right? Even though the K91 has a lot faster shell velocity, one of the best. Alright, for the Tiger Mouse on the Russian server, they give it a turbo mode. Now granted, they nerfed the top speed from like 32 to 24, but they give it a turbo mode. Because why? I don't know. It's like the anime. It's like juiced up freaking E100. It's like the same with the CS63, except it's on a heavy tank that weighs about 120 tons. 120 tons. Turbo mode. Yeah, sure. Leave it to the Russians, but same crew members, same DPM-ish, almost, but turret is not as strong, but that might be only on paper. It's 240 compared to 300. So, alright, weird modification on the Russian server with the turbo mode. Yeah, DPM is slightly worse. Not much, slightly, but you obviously get worse aim time in turbo mode. Also worse dispersion, like with the CS63 in turbo mode, but same health. This turret nerf is pretty big. 60, holy crap. Ooh, that's a big hit. I mean, it might be too powerful, but in turbo mode, you get 1,000 more horsepower. So nerf the top speed by like 8, but it's better in turbo mode, so you get a little bit faster, I guess. Is that worth the trade-off? I don't think so. I'd rather just stick to the normal mode. I mean, you get better horsepower per ton ratio, a little bit, with 50 more horses, but only 24 kilometers per hour top speed is kind of crap, right? So, also 14 reverse is also a little bit worse than 16, but it's the turret armor that got nerfed dramatically. That's a big one. That is a real big one. But camo is the same, view range is the same, radio is the same. Yeah, turbo mode, Tiger Mouse, for some reason, I don't think it's as good based on the armor factor. I mean, without the armor change, it might be about the same. I mean, you have a better time getting into the position, and you don't need that much horsepower while moving back and forth in cover, right? But otherwise, yeah, the armor nerf might be the bigger one out of all of this. It's still a premium though. Well, there we go, folks. A collage of a bunch of random stuff, as well as tidbits of random rumors and news that are not really news. Mostly it's Russian server, but whatever. So as always, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.